You're listening to the Daily Nugget. It's dnugget.com for April 15th. It's Food Monday. I'm Andy. Resident vegan Janelle is here. We're going to have to tap into your expertise here in a minute, Janelle.
Excellent.
This has to do with meat and lack thereof. This might actually make me a vegan, Sam. I'm not quite sure.
Ooh, I don't know.
Oh,
this is a tough one. This is a tough one. And Jenn will be here momentarily. Maybe perhaps even during this episode, we'll see. Little Buddy has some attention that she needs.
She had to step away.
Yeah, Lil Buddy. Lil Buddy. She's not here, so we can talk about her all we want. Although, our friend who listens and has sent us a Nugget hate mail.
Yeah.
Jenn is still part of the podcast.
Yes, she has not been kicked off.
She has not. She has not voluntarily left. She has not been voluntold. Lil Buddy.
Mansplained.
No, that's true. See, Janelle, mansplaining is when a man explains something.
Thank you for clearing that up.
No problem.
All right, then.
Florida man.
I'm condescending.
Yeah.
That means you talk down to people.
I know. I know what that means. Listen, you clowns. I know how to handle you two. Okay.
Oh, we know.
Yeah, I know. Mm-hmm. On with the story. What are we talking about tonight?
Headline: Florida man complains of migraines.
Okay.
He was eating undercooked bacon.
And
he had week-long aggressive headaches over a 4-month period, and it was always after eating bacon. And they found out that his lifelong preference. Okay, first off, this is the first problem. His lifelong preference for soft bacon.
Soft bacon, like as in raw?
Yeah. Well, undercooked.
Ooh.
Gotta have it crispy. It's gotta be crispy.
Yeah.
Sam, crispy bacon, right? Am I right?
Yeah. Well, like, yes and no. So, like, the big, thick cut bacon is really hard to get, like, fully crispy.
Mm-hmm.
So, you got to aim for, like, mostly crispy and a little chewy. But I do know a couple of people. So, I grew up in farm country. And
so, you should know.
I do know that I actually grew up in the pork capital of the U.S. There were definitely people who liked their bacon a little undercooked.
Oh, are we talking raw though? Is that what we're talking about? No. Just like this pink and white slab on your plate? What?
No. It's like not getting quite to crispy. Does that make sense? So there's there's a little bit of flap when you grab the bacon. So
you don't want bacon flap. You don't want bacon flap.
Well, heavens no, that sounds awful. Who would want to eat that?
That's the name of the episode.
That reminds me, in Wisconsin, they do a raw meat sandwich. What is it called? Have you heard of that, Sam?
No, I haven't.
They've got tradition in Wisconsin where they do they eat raw ground beef sandwiches.
I believe that.
So beef tartare, essentially.
It's tradition. It's traditional. It's called tiger meat, raw meat and onions.
Doesn't have anything to do with tigers. The animal.
No.
Well,
or a cannibal sandwich.
Raw beef is safer than raw pork.
How's that?
Well,
it's processed.
Well, just the way that beef and pork decompose. I guess they could. My assumption is that, and I could easily be wrong, that pork attracts different bacteria than pork, and then beef does. Because I mean, people eat something called beef tartare, which is raw beef with like olive oil and whatnot on it and seasoning, and they eat it raw.
So anyway, but there are some issues there in Wisconsin. The health department, I guess it's a holiday tradition for Wisconsinites. Janelle, they do a lot of heavy drinking. As someone that is in the neighboring city, state can.
See, that's why they had too much to drink, so they didn't want to be
I
playing.
don't
with
have time to
fire.
cook this.
Actually, my sister got married in Wisconsin, and I remember that at the reception they had this plate of raw hamburger meat. I thought
And
it
what-
was the grossest thing ever.
Did you ask? Okay, am I supposed? Is it grill your own meat here? Is this-
Well, and that was
What's
back
this
in the day when I ate meat, and I didn't have anything to do with that because I thought, who would want to eat something that raw? It just like, no.
It can cause issues. So now back to the
Yeah.
pork thing.
Yeah.
So this guy, he apparently the bacon was just a little too floppy because those week-long aggressive headaches over a 4-month period was neurocysticercosis. Neurocysticercosis. The scientific term for a parasite laying eggs that infect numerous regions of the body. He had a parasite.
My goodness.
It was a tapeworm infestation in his brain.
That's because he ate raw pork.
What I really want to know is how it got. So, I always thought tapeworms were like a stomach and intestine thing. I didn't know they could get in your brain.
A brain tapeworm. So, along with swelling, he developed cysts on both sides of his brain. And they found that those cysts were tapeworm eggs inside his brain.
Oh. I'm a little sad Jen's not here for this.
Yeah.
Again.
This is another reason why a person should not eat meat under any circumstances.
I gotta say, Janelle, I mean, after looking at the picture of the tapeworm and reading this,
why would you ever want to eat bacon undercooked or overcooked in any shape or form? I don't even know.
I feel like this tapeworm picture is not his brain, though.
No, probably not. I can share it here. I definitely think.
Share it.
No, don't.
I'll put it in the show notes. So if anyone wants to look at it, they can.
It's traumatizing.
I don't. I think it's just a stock photo.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a stock photo. It looks gross.
Which is funny. How do you get a stock photo of a tapeworm? Anyway, that's one way. That's a way. I've tried a lot of different ways to make money. I'm not going to try to have a tapeworm just to get a stock photo.
Knockadobe.com.
There is a stock photo for everything. I feel like that's where.
Can we even believe it's real?
It could be AI. How many fingers does the tapeworm have? Because AI is notorious for not getting the fingers right for humans.
Well, if you look at it, the worms aren't completely connected. Maybe.
Ooh.
I need to stop looking at this picture.
It's pretty gross.
It's going to give you nightmares.
Then I am grossed out. There's a
problem. So the moral of the story is not to not eat bacon. The moral of the story is to get, it's cooked if it's crisp.
It's true.
There you go.
I mean, you should always make bacon in the oven. It is the most surefire way to get the result you want. You want it. You can cook your bacon on a pan and on a rack, and then at 450 degrees for 15 minutes. And depending on your oven, it might be 15, might be less, might be more. But you want to look for the white foam on top. That means that all the fat that can be rendered out has been rendered out. That's crispy.
Okay, good to know.
You're welcome.
So,
or
Janelle,
you could just avoid bacon altogether and never have to worry about getting a tapeworm.
And lose all joy in your life.
Well, but Janelle, what about vegan bacon? How do you prepare vegan bacon?
You open the package and you throw it away.
No, I've eaten vegan bacon, and it's similar in taste of what I remember bacon, but I don't eat it very often because it's a high fat content, so I don't. But I cook it till it's. I don't know. Some kind of.
How many tapeworms do you think are in vegan bacon?
None. Zero.
Maybe it's made of tapeworms.
No.
Tapeworms.
There's none because it's made out of a soy product, I'm sure. So,
It has soy worms.
yeah. Oh, okay. This is it. That's the nugget.
The
We're calling it.
The soy worms. You had Janelle at soy worms.
Yeah.
Nuggethatemail@gmail.com. If you miss Jenn and you want to know where she is, when's the last time you saw Jenn? Maybe we'll have a Jenn stand-in.
I saw her last week. Maybe she should just Photoshop her out of everything.
We should. And that's the Nugget. Nuggethatemail@gmail.com. We do miss Jenn. Jenn, come back soon.